Hey folks, welcome back to Harris Family Homestead. I know I've said it a lot as of late, but I'm gonna finish up some weed eating. It feels pretty good right now. I think the high today is supposed to be around like 92, so that it feels good right now. So we're gonna take advantage of it and start getting the rest of it done. At least the front yard. When I get done with the front yard here, I'll take you guys in the back to the jungle. I think I'm gonna wait till fall or winter. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I just want all that out of there, and it's just gonna be a pain. There's a bunch of thorns back there, and I tried to take care of some of it, but it's been a pain. So yeah, I'm hoping to get all that weed eating done today. I got some over here. I just need to get it down. I've been neglecting it. Try to get it to where, looks like somebody that cares lives here. But yeah, I'm gonna get changed out of my slip-on shoes and put on my tennis shoes, and that way I don't get tore up too bad. But yeah, like I said, it's starting to not be able to see the stairs over there. Actually, it got away from us. You can tell it's been extremely hot as of late for getting the family out to play out in the yard and stuff like that. So, and it's been too hot for me. I'm gonna soak up that AC as much as I can. But today is work day, so we will tie in with you guys here in a minute, and we'll get started on. It looks like basically this half of the yard, so we'll see how long that takes me. But yeah, we'll tie in with y'all here in a bit. Okay, we're back. I got to restring the weed eater, but the plus side is I got everything I wanted to hit. So, look, you can see the stairs again. So, got that taken care of. I kind of slowly started going to the back there, right behind the house, taking care of some of the stuff that's growing up pretty big right there. And I can't wait for a lot of that to die off this fall and winter. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm definitely gonna try to take out this jungle back here. I got a couple things for the weed eater that I could try to do. I need to go buy a pair of clippers, and that'll help. Definitely have to get some gloves. I'm not generally a glove guy. I don't know why. Just I like feeling stuff, I guess. But yeah, I definitely need to get some gloves. 'Cause like I said, there's some thorny stuff back here, so you know it's a jungle back here. At one point, whenever I was maintaining this a lot better, you could walk from one side to the other. My septic somewhere right in here, so that's, you know, always fun to try to find. Ooh, ain't going that way. Seen a thorn like that big, but yeah, like I said, it's a jungle back up in here. There's a couple of areas probably stepping right into poison ivy, but you can see we got a game trail here where the deer like to come in on this side. I'm assuming it's a deer. We're hoping it's a deer. Yeah, we'll go over here on this other side. Like I said, it's up to my belly button right here. So, like I said, need to get all this just taken care of. We're just hoping right now that I don't come across a snake. You will hear me scream like a little schoolgirl. Yeah, now we're on the sun's kind of in our eyes, but we're on the other side of the jungle now. But yeah, I had plans for back here at one point. This is where I was gonna put the garden and everything like that, but it's on a slope, so everything just kind of slowly slopes back that way. I'll give you. I don't think it would be too bad if I really, I think what I need to do is get some of them railroad ties and basically build it up, or what do they call those? Not the railroad ties, but the wall that you put up. I want to say levee, but it's not a levee. It'll come to me later, I'm sure it will. Retaining wall. Didn't take that long. A retaining wall up at least a portion of it, and then have it come, you know, that'd be a lot to build it up, but we could at least build it to where it's, you know, maybe put a couple of stairs down into it. Because eventually I'd like to, like, we're going to take out this. This is down the road project. Add on, and what I really like to do is build a back deck back here. That even maybe kind of wraps around to the front. I've talked about just being lucky enough to sit back here whenever I have that deck built and be able to deer hunt off of it. And not have to go out into the woods and stuff like that. But that would be pretty cool. But like I said, that's further down the road. But yeah, as you can tell, I've got a battle back there in the back. I've got a battle over here too. This is kind of wait until it cools down, or I can actually plan it out. Man, I'm missing stuff over here. Oh, plan it out a little bit better for in the fall and winter time. I just need to start putting stuff on fire, burning some of the wood piles that I got around here. I'm gonna have to get a magnet. A lot of it's got nails and stuff like that. Oh, Houdini being a turd. See if we can see her. These chickens, they crack me up. Oh, speaking of which, on the chickens, I guess over here there's like a little tiny spot right in here, and Jackson was telling me that a squirrel got in there, of all things. Squirrel got in there and was just running amok in there. The chickens were basically attacking it. They were, they kind of cornered it in one area and started pecking at it, and that thing just shot up out of there. So he was telling me about that. That was pretty funny. I'm gonna tell him and my wife that when they come out here, they're gonna have to start videoing it and sending it to me, so that way I can include some of their adventures in here. Sorry, I'm trying to stay upright and walking. I know once I sit down, I'll be sitting down for a little while, so just kind of wandering around up and down, kind of through the property here. See my neighbor's grandson, he come walking by. I don't think he realized I was outside, so talked to him for about a second or so. Excuse me. Oh, that tea making me burp. But this is the other portion of our property here. It looks super thick, but once you kind of get in there, it surprisingly opens up. We got some trees and stuff that we want to take out for deer season. I'm lost. Okay, there it is. I lost my little rope / spray painted. So yeah, here's the edge of our property line right here. Can't really see it, but there's two little trees up here, and right dab in the middle of those is where our property line is. And then the lot that we own over here, there's this little guy right here. That's the edge of our property line going back this way. I deer hunted over here a couple of times. I sat back over here by our brush pile, which it's came down a lot because of the rain and stuff, so it washed away a lot of the dirt that was piled up there and stuff like that. That's something else I'm wanting to need a tractor or a little bobcat or something. I think I'm gonna have to rent something to get in here and clear some of that out. But our property line, we finally got it measured out correctly. So right here, this first big tree right here, that's, we're within a foot of our property line there. So I need to get the pallets and stuff and move them over, and everything like that, and try to get some of this stuff cleared out, but that's later on down the road. It's nothing that's pressing right now. It's just what I'd like to have happen. I've got slightly more important stuff to worry about there. So, but yeah, we'll see what today brings. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm trying to. It wants to have some wind today, but you can kind of hear it a little bit. But yeah, we'll tie in with y'all here in a little bit and see what today brings, and show y'all a little bit more of what I need to get accomplished around here. So we'll holler at y'all in a little bit. Yeah, I noticed it the other day when I came home that the grass was getting a little high out there, so it doesn't really deter anything from driving through or anything like that, but a little bit goes a long way, I guess. So we'll head up here and park somewhere kind of out of the way. If anybody decides to drive up, they can still get in and everything like that. So we'll get it up here. And like I said, got some new neighbors down there. Hadn't met them yet. There's a good spot. I guess we'll go right over here. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, there's a little bit of grass right here. I'm gonna try to knock down, and over here by the mailboxes. So figured the postal service will like that a little bit. They ain't got to worry about that. So yeah, we'll get in here and we'll get this taken care of. Alright, sorry I had to cut the video short there. Finally, my neighbors were driving by, and finally got to talk to them for a little bit, so it was good seeing them. They had some not so great news, but we won't dig into that. It was good to see them. They're, like I said, I've said it in previous videos. They're awesome neighbors. They cracked me up. They're good people. Good people. They do anything to help you out. One of those deals you just gotta ask. So, well, it don't look pretty, but it's at least there. We actually found a T-post in there with some iron. Neighbor, when he was driving by, he come back when he was talking to me and was like, "Hey, you found that post?" He's like, "We was wondering where that thing went." So he's like, "We'll just go ahead and take that." I think they're heading to they got some stuff that's been kind of sitting on their property for a little while. So they're gonna take that to the, whatchamacallit, scrapyard and get that done. I did a little bit around the other neighbors' mailboxes there, so I think the Postal Service will like that a little bit, not having to weed in there and try to find where the mailboxes are at. So, but yeah, it's getting a little toasty here. I was standing out in the sun for a little bit, and I think I'm ready for some nice ice cold sweet tea. Wife's been keeping me stockpiled with that. On a given day, I can't remember how big the jug is, but it's a decent sized little jug. I can go through that by myself in a matter of a day. So I'm a sweet tea drinker. But yeah, I was talking with the wife last week whenever we were showing the pickles and stuff on the video, and what was that? Oh, boat on the water. What was that noise? But anyways, I was talking with the wife about her pickles, and I told her, I was like, we're gonna start whenever she's getting ready to do like some homemade stuff, like her pizza, and when she's doing her breads or cookies and stuff, we're gonna start trying to incorporate that into the videos too. She wasn't I would say she wasn't too thrilled about it. She's a little nervous about being on camera. Not a big fan of being on camera. She will be, but she just doesn't care too much for it right now. So of course I was nervous whenever I first started doing all this, but like I told her, I was like, it slowly becomes a little bit easier. It's a little awkward at first when you're on there, because you're like, who am I talking to? What am I talking to? What am I talking about? And I jibber jabber a lot, so I do my fair share of talking on here. So, but yeah, hopefully we'll start getting some of those. We'll call it like Charlotte's Cooking Corner or something. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty fun. Gotta show you some of the stuff that we like to make, and we got so many eggs coming in right now that I told her, I was like, well, now we just need to stockpile up on flour and sugar and butter and all the other stuff to start making everything else. And she's been buying a ton of yeast for her pizza and her bread and stuff like that. So we'll start incorporating those when she starts doing stuff like that. Start putting them in the videos and everything. So I think that'll be pretty fun, pretty exciting there. But well, we got that portion done. I think I'm gonna head on back to the house, and I think I'm gonna take a shower, or maybe figure out what else I'm gonna do before I take a shower. I don't want to take a shower and come out and start working on something else and then take another shower. So but yeah, we'll tie back in with y'all here in a little bit and see what else we got going on. See. All right, folks, went in and took a shower, shaved a little bit, and yeah, looking at it, it's gonna get hot today. So I was looking at the forecast or weather, what it's gonna be like. I think by here in the next couple hours, it's gonna be like 90 108 or something like that, and it's supposed to feel like 108. So I'm glad I accomplished what I could this morning, because I'm not gonna be out in this heat the rest of the day. It's not fun. So I think we're probably gonna call it good for this video this week. I think next week we'll be out and about a little bit more, because we got back to school stuff to do. So yeah, appreciate y'all watching and everything like that. You know, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.